Well, we're back here behind the shed again. If you remember in our earlier episode, we did some cleanup so we could get back in here. We have this lift behind us. I backed it on in behind the shed, but one thing I noticed, Christy, was that there's some stumps in the way, and when that lift went over those stumps...
Oh, that wasn't very good, was it?
It didn't feel very comfortable.
Yeah. I think I was in the bucket when you did that, and it was not comfortable.
Yeah, we're gonna grind some stumps out. Actually, Christy's gonna grind some stumps out here with the Baumalight 1P24.
The new thing for me is doing it with the 2038R.
Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of difference we see on that.
Yeah, I've used the 1025R and it works well on that, so yeah. I'm expecting great things.
Well, let's get started.
Okie dokie.
Wide open, Christy.
What?
Throttle.
Wide open.
Wow. It doesn't stroke as bad as the 1025R.
More tractor weight, yeah. I also took an extra minute to make sure that both of those 3-point lift arm stabilizers were tight as they could be. I think I've had them a bit loose on some of the earlier times we've used this grinder. It's important to keep them tight. Now when you get to the front, don't pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Just back straight up, and then you'll already be at the right height to lower just a little bit.
Oh.
Well, you gotta back straight up, but that's okay. Typically it shouldn't grind going backwards. You can get your Baumalight 1P24 at shopgreendealer.com/TTWT. When you use code TTWT, it's less than $2,500 shipped to your door. Go as slowly as you can, even slower than that if you can. This grinder is made just outside of Toronto. To my knowledge, there's only one other grinder of this design, and it's made in China. And from everything I read online, sounds like it's got a several-week lead time at this point. So if you want to grind stumps now, just go ahead and get the 1P24 from shopgreendealer.com. We've had great luck with it. That's good.
You mean to line up for the next one?
Oh, I see. I didn't mean you were saying, are you done?
Oh, yeah. So I need to do a little bit more.
Well, see what it looks like. Do one more. I wasn't watching for that. You were asking if you were doing good. Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay, sorry.
You have to back up a little further. You're not getting back far enough to get that last root. There you go. Now, get over the middle of it, go down a little further. Okay, get them again. So what did you think about that first one?
I thought it was actually easier with the 2038R.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it, and I saw it too. It doesn't make the tractor jump.
Right, exactly. Sometimes with the 1025R, you felt like you were doing this, and I guess the frame of this is so much heavier.
Yeah, it's just a heavier tractor, and it's just enough different to make it. And you're probably doing a better job of it than I do.
No, I don't think that. I can see it good from here. I didn't have trouble really seeing it from the 1 Series either, but...
One thing I noticed is that as soon as I got that fan under that canopy...
I wanted to use the tractor.
Yeah. You relegated me to camera person.
It does help. Boy, it's hot and humid today.
It's really humid, and because of that, we're sweating a lot. And because of that, the fan helps a lot.
Yes,
I mean,
think so.
It feels like an air conditioner. It's really nice. Yeah, you can get that at Artillian.com. By itself, I think it's $350. If you buy it with the Artillian canopy, it's $300 extra. It might be kind of expensive, but hey.
If you live where it's hot and humid and you don't want a cab and you want a canopy, yeah, either that or we're going to move north.
It helps a lot with the canopy. I mean, one of the problems with the canopy is it kind of just holds heat under there, right? Well, this fan kind of changes all that.
Yeah.
So we've got one more here to grind. Looks to me like you're doing a great job.
Yeah, this is not bad, except for having to turn my neck. Now, I did what you said. I usually turn around and put both legs on one side of the tractor and use the left foot to drive forward and reverse. And then that way I can sit sideways and watch. Yep. It would be nice if the seat swiveled just a tad.
Yep.
John Deere?
It does on the bigger ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe Kenny.
We need a bigger one.
Oh. I didn't say I would go for that. Maybe the 3046R.
Oh, I like that. I like that. This is the view from the operator station, or at least as close as we could show it. The visibility might be just a little bit better than on the 1 Series. So much for that little tree. You want to try each side now to see if you've got all of it from the side. I think that's deep enough.
I think it goes faster with the 2038R.
I think it does. I think we can be a little more aggressive. We don't have any issue with engine power.
Yeah. And if I knew exactly which way to maneuver the tractor to swing it out to the side or the other, it would have been faster yet. So.
Maybe so. Another thing that I noticed that from my experience is how much do you take at each swath? That's a really difficult thing to know, and I think it's different for every stump. I mean, not just every variety of stump. This was mulberry, but how old is the stump and things. So I noticed there at the last, you know, I just had you put it all the way down and you were coming through there. Well, then it just wouldn't cut it. It got to where it just sat there and wouldn't cut.
Right.
You had to lift it up to cut. So apparently we were taking too much there. I've seen some stumps where we can't take more than ½ inch or an inch, really hard stump. But this one, it seemed like about an inch. You could take it each time. And you were doing that until you couldn't see.
Right. A lot of times it got covered over with the bark or not bark.
Or dirt.
The dirt, yeah, and I couldn't see what I was grinding.
I think that's one of the biggest issues when you're grinding stumps is keeping the sawdust and dirt out of your way so that you can see.
Right.
I think that's why some folks that come to your house and do your stump grinding for you, they don't do a good job. I really don't think it's because they're being lazy, although sometimes I'm not sure, but I think it looks like a big pile there and they feel like they've been through all of it.
Right.
And it isn't until you rake all that away that you realize, well, there's still stump above the ground.
Right.
You know, so it just takes some extra time.
I like the stump grinder except for having to turn backwards. And I like the 2038R. In this situation, the tractor, even though it's bigger, there's plenty of room around us. We're not trying to maneuver into a tight space.
Yeah.
So I would have been much more uncomfortable had it been a tight space and a much bigger tractor.
Yeah. Well, you don't look sweaty at all.
Well, I had this great fan up here on me.
Yeah.
So I could just focus on the job being done.
Okay, I guess so.
So now you know what it's like being the video person and...
Yeah, it's a great job. There was nothing to it.
Ha, ha. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on
Tractor Time with Tim.
I see Mary.